Almost 50 years ago, when I started working in the shanty town of Caracas, many of the roads were dirt and there were few stairs to climb on foot. The houses were all on one floor, and many of them had walls made of sheets of zinc or wood. The water had to be found in a public fountain and carry it in buckets to the houses. I was a teenager and started to study sociology. In the evening, I worked as a cultural promoter in a government office. My job was to facilitate adults' study groups. We used the methodology that Paulo Freire had developed in Brazil. The study circles, as they were called, were performed at night, after returning from work and dinner, and finished around 9 p.m. At that hour, I had to get off of the mountain by the dark path and stairs to the street, where I could catch a bus to the middle-class neighborhood where I live, near the university. For more than a year, several dozen of young people like me did this, at least 4 nights a week, without any problem. Nowadays, this area has their asphalt roads, and the cement stairs reach the highest parts. The water pipe reach their homes. All the houses are of bricks, and they have at least 2 floors. Some have up to 6 floors. But no one dares to walk those streets at night. No public servants visit them at night. The public transport ends its work at dusk, and the streets of the city center are empty. People are afraid and come back early to lock themselves in their homes. Material inclusion was achieved, but another exclusion grew up. How was the material exclusion overcome? The great material transformation of the shanty towns was the result of a double effort. The effort of the own population that urbanized the land and built their house with their money and their work. And the support of the state, which denied but tolerated the construction of these areas. And also deliberate building materials, so that people at the zone build the service by themselves. And what about the insecurity? I think 2 main factors intervene. At the community level, there was a change. The organized effort reached its limits. They already had the water, the stairs, but did not have any collective goals to deal with. The new generation have been born in the city and in the shanty towns. Their expectations were others. The means that they had to reach them legally were very few. Social ties weakened, social organization weakened, and did not redefine itself in their new roles. The state also failed in its role. A state never fully recognized the right to live in the city of the shanty towns, nor did offer security to its inhabitants. The presence of the police was irregular and threatening. After the arrival of Hugo Chavez to power, to the president of the country, the traditional organization was destroyed to build a new political organization that depends on the president directly and on the government party as well. The result was that the old social organization disappeared and the new one was not consolidated. The vacuum of social organization and the social ties was then covered by the local armed groups, local gangs, organized crime linked to drug trafficking, or paramilitary groups called in Spanish colectivos for the political control of the area. What did our study show? Our research that was carried out in 3 cities, Caracas, San Cristobal, and Ciudad Guayana, using multiple case studies and a household survey, random sample survey. Our research showed that in the few places where social organization and family social ties were maintained, a difference in violence was found. Where the state at local level gave support to the neighborhood organization, social control was maintained and violence was contained. The political ideology mattered little. They could be on either side of the political division, but when the support was given to local organization, the results were the same. What needs to be done for safer cities? That's some conclusion of our study. The first is we must strengthen the social pact and not weaken it. The barrier of material exclusion must be overcome, but it's not enough. Moreover, it can have an opposite effect if it is not accompanied by reinforcement of social ties and the norms that regulate local life. Reinforcing the institution involves accepting and reinforcing informal institutions, not destroying it, not ignoring it. The second, to have safe cities, the police is not enough. It is necessary, but it's not enough. 4 institutions of informal control are important: the family, the school, the religion, whatever religion, and the local neighborhood organization. In this 4 institutions, a gender dimension is important. In many research, the gender dimension refers to the negative aspect of the greater victimization of women. In our research, it refers to the positive dimension of the gender, of women, as the primary factor in the containment of violence. The mothers, the nuns, the teachers, the local leaders, women local leaders. Third, it is necessary to join plans of urban inclusion with plans for rule of law inclusion. It is necessary to create regulations, laws that are adapted to the shanty towns. These regulations should incorporate the tradition of informal rules on land, service, and dispute resolution mechanisms of the shanty towns. For us, the city is the meeting place of difference and unequal. That is the strength of the cities: different colors, ideologies, religions, social classes. Difference and unequals, but that meet in the city. The safe city must include all. The safe city should strengthen the rules that regulate the encounter between the different, respecting the other in its different being. We can only advance in this safe of city by creating rules that facilitate and regulate the integration and the exchange between the difference and inequals living in the city. These are the results of our research. And what I should say to finish is that after 3-4 years of the research, what I really dream is of walking again, free of fear, through the streets of those shanty towns where I worked 50 years ago. Thank you very much.